Hey guys, how's it going? It's Adamas Sanguine and welcome back to Fallout. Well, as we normally do, guys, we're going to actually take a look at the castle in vanilla. I've gone back to an earlier save just so you can see what we ended up with. Now, we've already done the defend the castle mission for this part of it, so you'll see a few of those weapons and a couple of damaged items throughout. But yeah, for those that have actually done it, this is a very large area that you can build in. Even with mods, it can be quite overwhelming trying to cover a lot of the area. All this dead grass that you find up here. Now, what I've actually done similar to that I did over in Somerville Place is I did actually add in a few sparse bit of greenery. Nothing overwhelming. Oh, we got a couple of iBots up here. Oh, and one of them actually... oh, I think he's actually dead. I didn't catch that the first time around. So yeah, the area here, a lot of people actually do try to repair these walls, and I was contemplating doing that, and in a sense I actually did do that, but we went with something a little bit different, as you guys will see in the actual tour. Back here in the back, this is the kitchen area. Now, most people put in the kitchen, the commissary, whatever you want to call it. We actually did something a little bit different that I haven't seen, at least in a castle build. Back here is, well, nothing here. What do we got? Yeah, there's just so many possibilities that you can do with this, guys. Of course, here is the doctor's area. I actually did keep my doctor's build here just because the med kit on the wall, I thought that it was a really nice touch and saved me the trouble of having to tilt my own up on there. Now, this is actually where the general quarters in vanilla is actually located. Now, as you guys saw, I'm actually using a new character, which is Winston Woodcock. Winston Woodcock, just like in the vanilla, is actually a former military veteran. Well, I guess he still technically is a military veteran, but he was actually a woodshop teacher by day, and by night he actually taught computer classes to the kids. So he does have quite the repertoire of building and technical knowledge. So a lot of stuff that you'll see in here was basically done by the settlers, at least we're RPing at that, and a lot of things done by him. So any of the technical stuff was either done by him or by Sturgis. Nice. Now back here, let's see. Yeah, so again, a lot of this dead grass. We did actually move a lot of that out of the way, or at least scrap a lot of that dead grass, and again we added some stuff back in. Now this is the listening tower, or the radio tower, excuse me, and we did actually do something a little bit different with that. I hope you guys like it, and we'll go back out here to the front. There are some guard areas out here, but yeah, we scrapped a lot of that out. And then once you open up the door, this goes back to the vanilla armory. We did sort of keep that. This actually becomes Sturgis's. Yeah, I guess that's right. Sturgis's quarters.
Yes.
And we kept that for some of the technical stuff. So, well, guys, as you can see by the length of this video, this is going to be a long one. So I hope you've gone to the bathroom, you've got your snacks, and have had something to drink. Man, I've been working on this for a while, and I hope you guys like it. And once again, as I like, ooh, man, a lot of frame rate issues out here. Hold that thought, guys. We'll see how it turned out. Now, one of the nice things is about using Commonwealth Visual Overhaul is it makes a lot of these color tones a bit warmer. I'm doing this toward the end of sunset in this portion of it, and then I'll actually switch it to sunrise once we get closer to the front of the castle. Most people use this as the main entrance. Even though we know this is actually the back of the castle. I ended up doing a similar thing. I did use the main entrance as the true entrance for my castle as well. And man, I just really love how this turned out. Now, the normal fix that we did with the wall, we just added in the storefront there. We actually have two level 4 vendors. We have Riley from Vault 81, and we have the Vault Tech rep in there as well. And I think you'll be very happy with how the inside of the store turned out. It's very basic. Now, two of the different mods that I'm using here on the front end, this is for with Forgotten Workshop items, and the Creation Club's Settlement Ambush Kit for the security fences and the junk fences at the bottom there. But the thing I like about them is they are the same color has the ones from Forgotten Workshop items. So we're going to go around the corner here, and we're going to show you what Mr. RJ is up to, McCready. He's actually retired now, of course, from the Gunners in this playthrough, and instead of doing a whole lot, you guys remember when I did his tour bus. That video is still one of my favorite ones. Not the best one that I've done, but I think it turned out well. But anyway, yeah, this fishing shack, well, actually, I hear the radio on. Let's see if I can turn that down. Not sure if it's going to come across in the recording, as in sometimes these don't. But just a very basic fishing, you've got a nice little fishing hat there for him, and a little bit of taste of the Capital Wasteland for him with the Corvega poster there. Yeah, now all of my captains, my generals, what have you, everybody is wearing the outfits from the Good Fighters DLC, or Good Fighters Creation Club content. I know how you guys feel about that, but yeah, now the front of this here, I thought this was a nice little thing. It made this look a bit secure, but decorative. That's actually one of our shops. I'll show you the inside. I think you'll like how that turned out. Oh, and coming in the front, here comes Jezebel. She is our provisioner. She runs back and forth to Somerville Place. Go get 'em, girl. And she does a fantastic job. I think I'm really happy the fact that she doesn't talk smack. Hello. Nice. Yeah. Now, if you can see up on the left-hand side there, I'll remember to mark it. But up there on the left, that orange Mr. Handy, that is actually Dr. Goodfield's. I have a mod that actually allows me to edit robot settlers, even pre-existing ones, and once you edit Dr. Goodfield's over on Sunshine Tidings Co-op, you can assign him to Sunshine, and then you can transport him to pretty much, or transfer him to pretty much wherever you want. My recommendation, if you don't want him to die, is actually just sleep and have him teleport to wherever you send him. This is our caravan outpost. I wanted it to look similar to the original part of the castle. Obviously, I built all this myself. Probably obvious, it doesn't look that great, but but yeah, if you guys want me to do a more in-depth tour on some of the different pieces that I used in this build, I did have a couple people suggest that to me on Twitter. I can do that, but enough people to ask me that, because not everybody wants to sit and watch that, and I want to actually have something that people will watch. So yeah, it turned out pretty awesome though. Just sunk it down about a foot there or so, and then stuck it in the wall. Now, I did plan on having a guard outpost, guard station here, but for whatever reason they wouldn't use it, so I just stuck this nice place for cement storage, and I've got the Vault-Tec radiation scanners when you come in. I thought that was a nice little touch. I did it over my Railroad HQ as well. Hey, what's up, Sturgis? How you doing, buddy? Nice. Yeah, now the bar right here, this is actually oh, here comes another one of our provisioners. You guys probably know I use super mutants for my provisioners. Ooh, I like that scarf you got there, dog. Now just get out of my way, thanks much. Now, I did actually post a sneak peek of this build on Twitter and Discord. This is actually Dogmeat's in charge of the pack of all the guard dogs, but this lamp here is actually two different lamps. It's a hanging lamp which has no light source, and the standard lamp from Wasteland Workshop. This is Barmina. She is in charge of the Banhammer back there, and she's won that award several times. She will get people in and out. Nice. Yeah, she actually fought pretty well in the battle as well. Nice. Yeah, this is our armor store here. And then up here, this is actually part of the radio tower. I did actually plan this to be about 4 times bigger than what I ended up with here. I do have a picture I'm going to show you here in a moment of what I originally was going to go with, but I'm happy with how this turned out, and this one actually works because the people will go in and out of here. We've got another rainstorm coming in, so we're going to clear that out for you. Very nice, very nice. Let's go ahead and walk back down to the bottom here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Thanks to IceStella. Shout out to IceStella, guys. Make sure you check out her builds. She does some really awesome Quappa builds, and she streams them early in the morning our time, usually about between 1 and 2 a.m. my time. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the listening post here turned out, the radio station. You've got a couple of farmers out here. Again, everybody wearing everybody without hats are the just standard Good Fighters, and everybody with hat is a Minuteman. But yeah, here's what I ended up, what I was going to go with. About 4 times bigger, but for whatever reason, the stuff that comes from the settlement base objects, or is it workshop based items, none of the floor pieces are pathed, or for whatever reason my NPCs won't use them. This is a little training outpost, or training course here, little obstacle course. I've seen a couple of people do these, and I really liked how that looks, so I wanted to add one in here. Figured it was only fitting, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Originally, I actually wanted quite a bit more buildings and shops out here, but I didn't really want it to look like a shanty town. I wanted to give it still a bit of a military feel, at the same time a home for people that didn't have one. So it was a lot of things going through my brain when I built this. Obviously, you see a bit of that greenery that I mentioned that I added in from CBA. Didn't want it to be too overwhelming. Back here in the back, we actually have Marcy tending to all the crops on the outside of the castle. Figured she was either the only one crazy enough to do it, or the only one that we wanted to get rid of. But surprisingly enough, once you move her from nice, yeah, actually changed her hair there as well. But once you move her from Sanctuary, she really doesn't talk and say anything to you. So yeah, it kind of removes all the original dialogue that she had. So that's pretty awesome. Here goes Billabob looking over the Brotherhood of Steel, and I hope you like Bob's new hat there. I actually decided to reverse it this time. In this cooking station here, I borrowed this idea from the other side of the, it's one of the restaurants. On the other side, it's the Shamrock Tap House, or one of those. Right there where that first flag is there on the right, it's the brewery over there, I believe. Nice, yeah. Again, not too much greenery up here. I borrowed the idea of this hanging greenhouse from the Diamond City story. Red Rocket TV is currently working on a playthrough of that. But I really like how this greenhouse turned out. All the glass here. Oh, so I can get that lighter. No, it's actually yeah. Sometimes if you get the items that you place too close to crops, you can't actually pick them back up. We grow all of our own coffee beans here. But anyway, the glass here, that comes from settlement base objects. And again, thank you to IceStella for pointing me in the direction of that mod. Now, one of the other things that I didn't mention also, I know I'd mentioned that I was going to have this video up on Thursday, but due to a few things that I noticed that I missed, I decided to go ahead and re-edit this video. Plus, I wanted to add in the Commonwealth visual overhaul, which I forgot to do, to clear up some of the picture here. Yeah, really happy with how this scrappy walkway guard station combo worked out. Yeah, I love it how scrappy it looks, but at the same time kind of professional in a way. I call it using Logical. Try not to use the other word. But yeah, I'm really happy. I really like this. Look, check this little sniper area out. I re-downloaded the 50 caliber from Wasteland Workshop, the anti-materials rifle. Haven't had it in a while, but I have a mod that makes it a bit more immersive and on par with the one that comes from Fallout New Vegas. But yeah, I'm really happy with how the True Flot steps turned out. You guys know I try to put those in quite a few of my builds, and I thought it was kind of fun to have the, there we go, got it, the Fat Man up here, and didn't want to light it up too much. I figured all you hear is that whistle is the last thing you hear coming out of the darkness. Nice. Yeah, there goes, man, yeah, really happy with how this turned out. Thanks again, True Flot. I know that was quite some time ago that you built those steps, but they're still one of my favorite things. And you know I got to try to put them in. Here goes the ICU. Yeah, I really love how the ICU turned out. Double entendre there, you know, ICU for, well, obviously ICU, and the ICU for intensive care unit, because got another set of guns and missile launchers up here. Just tilted that bookshelf over, or magazine rack over. Thought that was nice to use that as a wall. Got a bunch of different alternative wall pieces here. We got a nice bit of outpost, or guard station for Preston up here. This is his guard outpost. He also sleeps in the cot there, and yeah, kind of a scrappy little room for him. I can never remember what the name of these little huts are. Kwanzaa hut. Actually, wow, I totally remembered. Yeah, the Kwanzaa hut. Yeah, I thought that was really awesome to have one up there. I think I'd seen Davey do one years ago. So I thought that was kind of fun to put that in. Yeah, I wanted to go back to a lot of my old style of when I used to light up all the carrot blossoms and adding in the melon. Nice, hello, another good fighter there. The melon blossoms there, and the gourd blossoms as well. Yeah, the settlement ambush kit, I think, is the one that came with those mortar shells. I'm not quite sure. This is a 100% custom building here. Of course, we got the nice table and box where we keep our mines. But you guys saw the picture I posted on YouTube for Oxhorn. Again, shout out to Oxhorn for all your lore videos and keeping me entertained. Well, entertaining all of us. But yeah, I really love how this room turned out. But this is where I took that picture from. I'll show you that in a second. But of course, we have the Minuteman hat hanging up here. And then on the table behind me right over here, check this out. Yeah, this is the version 2. I actually redid the chair. I figured for Oxhorn that'd be a bit more comfortable instead of sitting on the bar stool. And then, of course, added in the Minuteman logo. Nice. Now, one of the things that I did throughout this build, instead of doing the fake magazines, is I added in real magazines throughout this build. So there's Astonishingly Awesome Tales. Got a little shout out to Eleonora and Red Rocket TV with that. Now, Sheklador, I love you, man. You don't have to point that out that it was floating. I actually fixed it, and maybe you went back to an earlier save. I don't know, but for whatever reason, it either popped back off or I'm having a conflict. I don't know. But I know I fixed it at least once. I'm sorry, okay? Not perfect. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. Now, I did want a bit more decoration throughout this entire build. There's a couple of things that I'm still going to miss that I don't show you guys. Originally, this build video was going to be 45 minutes long, but after the reshoot, after the reshoot, it was actually about 10 minutes shorter. So, I think I did a little bit more detailed walkthrough on the first video. But again, if enough people ask me, I will do a more detailed walkthrough for you guys. But I know most people can't handle that. So back here, we just have a standard safe and a suitcase for all his belongings, just in case he has to get out on the run, and any files that he needs to lock away. Nice. Yeah, sorry if I'm a little out of sorts, as it seems. I was really anxious about posting this video yesterday. Another part of the reason I didn't post this on Thursday is I don't know. I was having an anxiety, a panic attack. So again, it happens sometimes with me. I've talked about it briefly in the past, but I'm just happy that I'm actually able to do this for you guys, and I hope that you enjoy it, because I know I enjoy building them. Nice. I mean, most of the time I feel that I'm doing it for me, but yeah, I know some people still watch my videos, and I appreciate you guys. Woo! There was a bit of a stutter there. Excuse me, dog. Get out of my way. Nice. All right. So I'm going to take you over here. I got to show you this really awesome. I don't know. It's really a box pile, but I just flipped over that table. I thought that was a really nice little touch using Quappa. Flip that over. Yeah, I thought that was nice. I like that. Now this walkway here is actually from the Fallout 4 guys requested parts mod. The tree is from USO, but he actually adds in that tree holder, so I thought that was really awesome. I was able to add that in. Be very careful removing any stuff with STC, guys, because a lot of stuff is used by the developers to cover up where they had some textures clipping. So yeah, anyway, let's go up here to Nuka Joe. And let's say hi to our good friend Buddy. Again, as I mentioned, I did edit him a little bit. I gave him the cryo guns on both sides, so I thought that was really awesome.
Hey, Buddy.
Greetings, Buddy.
I'm just so happy we're able to get Buddy in here. That's really awesome that we were able to do that. Now, the steps here, that's actually just concrete foundations from USO, and I'm just glad that Andrew CX was able to path those for NPCs to use, because their logic actually says they do exist. I had some trouble that I'll go into another day. But yeah, the idea for this store is basically Sheffield got together with Joe Savaldi over in Bunker Hill, and we combined two really awesome things, which his favorite, which is Nuka-Cola, and then of course the Slocum's Joe coffee. Now, one of the things that I did off camera and when he was off duty is I traded with him these different types of Nuka-Cola, and to keep it immersive, any of the exotic ones like the Quartz and the Victory, I only gave him a few of each of those, and then one of each of the ones that only are available in the Nuka world. But all the standard ones like grape and stuff, I gave him a lot. Nice. Now you'll see his hair gear is again different. That's the Ronin haircut, again, that comes from UCO. Now I got the idea for this case. This is just the standard vanilla case. The shelves there, those are actually from Neon Flats, but the cooling quote-unquote air vents down there, those are actually the Slocum's Joe donut case that I've turned upside down and flipped it around to make it look like it was a cooling case. So that was a nice little touch. You got, again, Ellie's notes. On the other side, we have the Slocum's Joe franchise kit on the shelf. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this place turned out. It's pretty. I kept it with some of the same architecture that you'll find throughout this build, but also some of the architecture that you'll find throughout the Commonwealth. So again, that was my focus. You know, keep it true to Bethesda, again, using that Beth logic that I'm calling it now. It's a thing. I said so. But I think the Nuka-Cola and Slocum Joe works together. I think actually Eleonora worked on both of those mods, if I'm not mistaken. The gilded balcony there, I think that came from, was it Workshop Forgotten Items? Nice. Let's go back down. Now let's go take a look at the Sturgis's room. Oh, this door here, I actually had to fix that. The one that comes from the original vanilla, you cannot reclose it once you open it up, so I thought it was kind of annoying. But the one from Fallout 4 guys requested parts mod, you can close all these doors. So again, we added one in the front and the one here in the back to replace that. So we'll go ahead and here, again, added more of these brick walkways here. And I thought that was a nice little touch. Again, another shout out to the Fallout 4 guy with this. Eventually, maybe we'll put a car together someday. But yeah, I'm just not that gifted, man. Easy. We got some giant tires for you there. I tilted that one over because these tires only come straight up and down. Oh, look at that. And Ronnie Shaw is working again. See, and I thought that the picture that I posted on Twitter was the only time I was going to see her actually working. But here I see her back here working on the power armor. Maybe she's going to steal it. I don't know. But that is actually T60 armor. That's full F-class on all the pieces there. And we have it set up with the Atom Cats paint scheme there. So I actually went over to the Atom Cats, did that whole mission just so I can get that for you guys. How do you guys love the Hula Girl bobblehead? I love that. That's, again, from Fallout 4 guys parts. And yeah, I just wanted to keep this as logical as possible, guys. Stuff that you would actually see throughout the Commonwealth. I got my custom workbench there. The one on the right behind Ronnie, that's the one from UCO that we make wigs. You got costumes for dog meat in there. You got costumes for all your settlers. You can make everybody look like synths if you wanted to. You could pretty much make everything. Now, one of the things they did with UCO is, I think, is it UCO that makes that bench? I could be wrong. There is another mod that I'm going to try to remember, actually, I think is where that bench comes from, and you have to complete certain parts of the game in order to make the costumes. So I'll have to look into that for you guys. So I want to make sure I give you the correct information. So let's go ahead and take a look at the shop. So again, we have Trader Riley and the Vault-Tec rep, as I mentioned. Now, obviously, you'll notice both their outfits here. Trader Riley's outfit, the way I was able to change that out for her is I actually had to reverse pickpocket, similar to we used to do in Fallout 3. And then I changed out the armor, stuck it back in her inventory, and she put it back on when we loaded back into the cell. So I thought it was pretty good. I think I rested for like 24 hours just to make sure she'd put it back on. So again, it has to be her original armor is the only way she'll put it back on. Now the idea for this display case, I took that from Virgil's Cave for those that have done the main quest. You know, he has that refrigerator tipped over that he uses for storage. Same thing with the computer monitor on the washing machine. So I figured I wanted that in this build. I thought that was kind of cool, and since I have the Quappa, I tilted that and make my own. The idea for the Vault-Tec Reps outfit, I got that from Tenpenny Tower. The first nice ghoul you'll meet in the subway station is the ghoul in the motorcycle helmet, which, if they are allowed to go inside Tenpenny Tower, becomes a traitor for you guys. And one of the first times you'll get the dart gun schematics, blueprints. Nice. If you guys are interested, Vault Girl 145 is currently doing a Fallout 3 playthrough. Make sure you check that out. Now, instead of doing the standard kitchen and commissary, I thought I would add in this nice rec room. I was going to have a pool table, but in the end I decided to go with the giant tires and the sledgehammers, teach these guys a little about CrossFit. I know I wanted to have something, I didn't want it to be as nice as the ones that I had over in the slog build that I did. And these guys don't really care about privacy all that much because they're more toward military, so they don't really care. There's a nice little rec area for them so they can read a few books right by the open window there. And yeah, I'm really happy. Again, the lighting for this, the colored lights, I got the idea for those from Fallout New Vegas. If you guys do the Old World Blues mission, so I added in the cyan, the orange, the green lights, and the red lights. I figured that was nice for just helping out the brains. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now, guys. I am so tired. I am ready to go to bed. All the clean plates and dishes and the clean cans, I actually stole those from the Institute right before we blew it up. Now, June here, once again, just like his wife that once you move them out of Sanctuary, they lose all the vanilla commentary. And I just changed out his wig using the armor workbench. Plus, but I'm RPing it basically that we gave him this pink light, and that kept him mild. We also gave him a race car. Now, I found that race car over in the Quincy runs, so I figured that was nice. Maybe it was meant to calm him down in this playthrough and let him a little piece of his son that he lost. If you guys don't know, Oxhorn did a video on that. He was actually a pharmacist, him and his wife. I think she worked with him in the pharmacy, but after they lost their son, that's pretty much why he is the way he is. For the guys that are hard on June and his wife, just know that they lost their kid, and you guys would be pretty messed up too if you lost your kid. Okay. More happy, less sad, right? Now, I couldn't do anything with that dirt stain there. And again, this used to be the general's quarters in the vanilla. So I thought it'd be nice just to turn it into another set of barracks. And just some basic little bathrooms. But instead of doing the standard outhouses, just put the slightly dirty toilets in here. Nothing too scrappy. And a little bit of poopery for you there, Lord Chaos. I put those in for you. I figured that'd be kind of fun just to have the fan blowing in the nice flower blossom smell toward the bathroom. Thought that was kind of funny. We're almost done with the day tour here, guys. I appreciate those that have stuck out as long as you have, and I apologize for rambling on you. But just some basic decorations. I really like how this turned out. That picture there is always an homage to my dad and my mom. You guys know about that from that video way back when. And this is the Vault-Tec Reps room, and just some basic decorations. I actually did forget to give him an alarm clock up there, but everybody that is military sleeps in the barracks, with the exception of Trader Riley and Sheffield. For whatever reason, they decided they wanted to sleep in the barracks. Now, this is just another bedroom. This is Marcy and June's room. So again, since they're not really military and they've been through so much stuff over the years, just like the Vault-Tec Rep, I figured it was only fitting to give them their own private little place away from everybody. The teddy bear, that's Marcy's. I gave that to her. Nice. Now, this filing cabinets here, these actually are my Good Fighter outfits in this first one. Level 5 ballistic weave on those. And then over here we have the Neon Flats and Nuka-Cola outfits. And then a couple little vanilla hats. And then up on top here we have the goggles I'm saving for my companions / followers. I wish Dog Me can wear them. Have I tried? I don't remember. Anyway, some more military cots. I think these cots again come from Workshop Forgotten Items or Workshop Base Items. I'm not quite sure. And the one with the pillow there, that's actually a vacant bed, so I thought that was kind of cool just to put the pillow on the shelf there. Now, in this amazing magic gardener that we have, who's able to float for whatever reason, excuse me, sir, and I figured I was tired of the standard tables that you'll see are on the back wall. So I figured it was kind of cool to stick them on those tires that I found. So I hope you like that easy. I really like that shelf. Excuse me, get out of my way now. You're done. Okay, I showed off your room. Go, go, move, move, move. Okay, cool, cool, cool. We're coming up on the end, guys. Now, believe it or not, I actually did build that whole entire shelf there with pillar glitching. Nice. Now, this goes back to the Church of Todd. This is also where the Minutemen get together to have their meetings. We do televise some of it, or at least record some of it, so we can post that on the fake television that we have. Now, I will have to have a talk with Preston, because I don't know why this whiskey is down here. I don't think that's his, but we'll have to figure it out. And even Jangles came in to sit in on some of the classes, that we'll call them. Nice. We're coming up on the end, guys. I do appreciate it to those who have made it this far, and I know this part's a little bit boring. We just have some extra generators here for backup in case the first one gets destroyed or damaged. We can just put in the backup generators. Nice. Then let's see, we got one more scrappy walkway to show you guys. Oop, oop, we can get up there. And this one just goes on top of the dog's pen. Well, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. I'm going to close this up. I am Adama Sandwin. I love you all. And I'm out.